from the urgency that is a hormone to the awareness that is never late. You believe you are running out of time. Not abstractly, right now. There is a specific pressure in the chest, a specific quality of scanning, the list, the undone things, the sense that the hours are being consumed faster than they can be filled. The feeling is precise, bodily, real. It says there is not enough. It says you should already be further along. It says something is wrong with how this is going. This feeling is a cortisol state. Not the feeling's description of itself. The feeling describes itself as an accurate assessment of your temporal situation, but at the level of what is actually occurring in the body, a cortisol event. A stress hormone response producing the specific phenomenology of urgency, the tightness, the hypervigilance, the foreshortened sense of time. Under elevated cortisol, time compresses subjectively. The perceived passing of time accelerates. An hour under stress feels shorter than an hour at ease, not because the clock moves differently, but because the attention, narrowed by stress hormones, processes fewer time-marking events. The experience of time scarcity is partly produced by the biochemistry of stress. The urgency is generating the cortisol. The cortisol is generating the experience of urgency. The loop has no external cause. It is running on itself. In other words, the feeling that you don't have enough time is partly produced by the same hormone that is responding to the feeling that you don't have enough time. The urgency generates the cortisol. The cortisol generates the experience of urgency. The loop is self-sealing. The feeling that you are running out of time is partly made of the hormone that makes everything feel urgent. The urgency is generating itself. You cannot hurry your way out of it. You can only notice that the clock and the cortisol are two different things. The deadline is real. The project has a due date. The appointment is at 3 p.m. The flight leaves at 6. These are facts about time, and they have real consequences. The deadline anxiety is not the same as the deadline. The anxiety began this morning. The deadline is on Friday. The anxiety is not a fact about Friday. It is a present tense biochemical event that is running a continuous simulation of Friday, consuming present tense cognitive resources in preparation for a future moment that will either arrive or not arrive regardless of how much present tense anxiety precedes it. The preparation is partly useful. You are spending the time worrying about not having enough time. The accounting is deeply unfavorable. The anxiety beyond the useful preparation is consuming the time it claims there isn't enough of. The anxiety about not having enough time is using the time. The urgency is consuming the resource it claims is scarce. The treadmill runs faster when you run faster. Anybody was walking toward the horizon. He stepped forward and found himself in a room. 4 walls of gray mist, floor of old habits, ceiling of heavy expectations, no door, no window, no clock. He looked for a clock. He needed to know how long he had been there. He needed to know when he could leave. There was no clock. The waiting felt like drowning. He sat down to wait. Without a clock, the waiting had no horizon. He tried to carve notches in the wood to mark time. The wood healed. He tried to count his breaths. After 3, he forgot one. Then he stopped. He collapsed into the center of the floor. He stopped trying to get to the next moment. And in the bottom of that stopping, he found the only freedom there is, the freedom of having nowhere else to go. Work faster. The urgency responds to productivity. the way fire responds to wind. Completing one item opens the visibility of 3 more. The list expands to fill the urgency available. Maximum throughput does not produce a state of sufficiency. It produces a larger list of visible undone things. Prioritize ruthlessly. Eliminate what doesn't matter. Useful. And the cortisol state makes everything feel like it matters. Priority assessment under urgency is performed by the same nervous system that is generating the urgency. The instrument is compromised. Accept that there is not enough time. The acceptance is a mental act that does not change the cortisol. The body continues to run the emergency response regardless of the mind's philosophical position on it. 3 exits, 3 sealed doors. The Titan examines your urgency and finds the specific tasks that feel cosmically important right now will not be measurable in 30 years. In 300 years, the entire context in which they felt urgent will require scholarly reconstruction to understand. In 400 million years, the Titan cannot find the difference between your urgent morning and your unurgent afternoon. The deadline architecture, a cortisol event occurring on a geological platform that cannot register the difference between urgent and not urgent. The Titan is not in a hurry. The Titan has never been in a hurry. The Titan has been here for 400 million years, waiting for the next moment. The next moment always comes. Kena Upanishad. What the mind cannot reach, that is Brahman. Not the content the mind reaches. Not the thoughts about time, not the deadlines, not the urgency calculations. The mind cannot reach what the mind arises in. Never late. Because it is never needed to arrive anywhere. Because it is already where everything is arriving. The awareness that knows you are in a hurry is not in a hurry, not because it is slow, because it is not in time the way a schedule is in time. The deadline is in time. The cortisol response is in time. The awareness that receives both is not in time. It is what time is occurring in. Never late. Because it is never needed to arrive anywhere. Because it is already, always, precisely where everything else is arriving.